I'm really glad you joined us. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know that you were told earlier that it was just going to be a quick half an hour or whatever, and now we're 2 hours into it, so I'm glad you're here.
That's okay. The command chief warrant officer for the state of Nevada. I've made it as high as I can go.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that when you came into the military, you weren't a warrant officer. That's something that you got to. So if you could just kind of summarize, start to now, give it to me.
So initially when I joined the military, I'm not going to lie, I joined for the college and joined active duty, was not happy, was kind of trying to figure out my life, everything, kind of disgruntled at the way I was treated sometimes. So, you know, I understand where these folks are coming from, where these soldiers and airmen feel. And, you know, I look back and I've been very blessed because I was going to just get out. And then I decided, you know, let me look at different options, find out what else is out there. And one of the options is becoming a warrant officer. And it's been the greatest decision I've ever made. You know, I kind of look at my career as one of those scratch-off lottery tickets. So, you know, I've got this lottery ticket and this is my career, and I scratched that first square and it was a loser, and I thought, well, I might as well just throw it out. But then as I kept scratching, I'm just unveiling more and more, revealing more of my career, more opportunities, more experiences that I've gotten to have. And it's just been great. I mean, not only have I advanced as far as I've advanced, I've made friends and family that I never would have made. Yeah. You know, I know there's benefits in the Guard, you know, extra pay, there's education benefits, there's a tax-free holidays. But I look back at all the experiences, those life experiences, and they give a purpose and a mission to my life. And I think that really has defined me and who I am. And I think it's much more important than just the pay and benefits.
Love it. Love it. Now, what you didn't expose there is how long you've been doing it.
So I started out enlisted in 1994. So I've been around 29 years this year. So right out of college, didn't know what I wanted to do, kind of lost in life. I think a lot of us are like that at that age. Joined the military, had all these experiences, not all of them great, but you know, as I look back at life, not every experience in life is great. We go through different seasons. There's ups and downs, there's good and bad, with no matter what path we're going to take. You know, if you get out and on the civilian side, you're going to deal with those same trials and tribulations that we do in the military. But at least for the military, I did have a purpose and a plan, and I was taken care of. I had people there to lift me up. Yeah. I had a family. I've gotten to do some great things, you know, be in movies, help communities, defend the homeland, do domestic operations, work and really give back. And, you know, just today I had some little girl at lunchtime come up and say, thank you for your service. And every time somebody says that, you know, it makes me feel like I made the right choice. You know, I'm glad I stayed in. I'm glad that I am where I am. And I wouldn't give it up for anything. Yeah, there were good times and bad times, but I look back and I remember all the good times. So,
good point. I think that one thing that I think that I would really like to harp on. We had an interview a little bit ago, and they had said there was 3 or 4 times in my career that I thought about getting out.
Yeah.
The same question to you. Is that something that you thought about through the years?
You know, I think it's always something you're going to think about because it's always an option, and you always got to keep your options open. Yeah. But I think about what you said, and every 3 to 4 years, what happens is change happens. Either I move on or somebody else moves on, so that whatever adversity I was going through at that time is going to change. You know, that's the only thing that's constant. Yeah. And we need to adapt with that change. And I think it's important to remember that no matter where you go, you're always going to have to deal with that. Yeah. At least in the military, you do have a purpose. You have a mission. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You know, you're defending the homeland. We're here to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, the American people. What greater purpose is than that? We serve in the greatest military in the entire world. I mean, who else can say that? Less than 1% of the population. Yeah. So those are great things. I know I've talked to other veterans or other people who've gotten out, and I ask them, do you miss it? And they say, yeah, I really wish I hadn't made that choice, or they get out and they wish they could have gotten back in.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to weigh all your options. Again, I know there's lots of benefits, but I think one of the greatest benefits of serving is all the experiences that you're going to have and all the experiences that you've had already.
Yeah. Let's go down this one for a minute. I love it. I think that for most, whether it's, Final Formation, StayBattleBorn, the elusive understanding of what a warrant officer is, there's probably not a lot. We'll put that question to the side.
Okay.
But tell me, and I'm tired of being in my little group there, or my company or my formation or whatever. I want something new. I want something different. I want to feel like I have a bigger purpose. What does it take to be a warrant officer? How do I be a warrant officer? Are there different types? Give me the skinny on a warrant officer.
Okay, so let me answer the first question that you asked first, because that's going to really kind of guide a warrant officer is a leader. We're also a tactical expert, but we're a leader first. We're a guide, we're a mentor, we're an advisor, not only to subordinates, but to our commanders, our seniors. We are that voice of reason that says, hey, let's think about this, or let's take this in a different direction. And really think about it. We are the tactical experts at what we do. If you like your job and you want to just do your job, that's what a warrant officer does.
Yeah.
So you have different types of warrant officers. So you have aviation warrant officers. Those are the ones that fly Chinooks, Blackhawks, Lakotas, the C-12 fixed-wing aircraft. You have your technical warrants. Those are the folks that are in aviation maintenance, ground maintenance, property book officers, signal. So these are people that are experts in their field, and they provide that continuity.
Yeah.
So those are the two main differences. And then you asked, how do you become a warrant officer? So if you want to go the pilot route, it's probably the easiest route to go. I take that back. It has the less requirements.
Okay.
So you need a GT score of 110 to be a warrant officer at all. So if you don't have a GT score of 110, there's options out there to help you study. There's programs around. Again, I'm out in the formation. Come out and find me.
Yep.
So you need that. For the pilot side, you need to pass a Class 1 flight physical. Those are the only two. You can be any rank at all. You could be an E1, brand new to the Army, and go before the flight board and then go down the flight route.
And I've seen people as high as 05. Say, I don't want to be an 05 no more. I want to be a warrant because I just want to fly or do this.
I don't want to worry about this administrative stuff. I want to just focus on what I do best at, and that's flying. Okay. So, we've had commission officers convert to warrant officers. We have a lot of enlisted. We get sister services that want to come to us as well.
Yes.
But, the technical side of the warrant officers, those other ones that don't fly, they have certain requirements, and it depends on branch. Some of them require, 6 semester hours of English, 3 semester hours of college algebra. You may need to have ALC, Advanced Leader Course. So that it all depends on the branch and what their proponent wants. But a lot of those requirements are waivable. And the Army's just come out with a new directive that basically offers a direct commission to warrant officer. So based on your skill set, there are options for like that. Audie Murphy, one of the most decorated soldiers in the history of the United States Army, got a direct commission to second lieutenant. So it's similar to that. We don't need some battlefield heroics in order to do this. But there is an option and a plan in place in order to become direct commission to a warrant officer. Okay,
cool. I heard you say that's really cool stuff. Tell me this. I'm in 3 or 4 years. I'm in E2, E3. I want to be a warrant officer. I want to go fly a Chinook. And I'm thinking, I just heard that warrant officer say all this stuff. Who do I reach out to? I know in this video we're going to have information for them to reach out, contact you through an email or whatever. Do they go to the recruiter? Who do they go to?
So there are multiple options. Every commander first sergeant out there knows who they can go to. But if they don't want to go through their commander or first sergeant, there is a warrant officer strength manager in recruiting, currently CW3 Gertrude Franco. She's down south in Vegas. But if they just go to any warrant officer and say, hey, tell me about what you do and how do I become that? And they're going to go and say, well, give me your name. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to give you, here's the what about a warrant officer and what you need to do in order to become a warrant officer.
Such good information, because I think that, we know this. Soldiers leave because they don't have information.
Right.
They don't know they had other options. So this is a really cool information. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, communication is so hard sometimes, and it's constantly changing. We put out information on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. I know there's other platforms out there. So social media is a big way to put out information, but I think the best source of information is to ask about it. We've all heard that question, or that saying, no stupid question is, or no question is a stupid question. Yeah. Every question is valid. And if you are interested, I would say that this is a great route, because I know when I was at that 23, 24 after my first enlistment, I was kind of like, well, now what am I going to do? I've been in the Army. I'm done. I'm ready to get out. What's next? And this is a next challenge. And again, it's just, we provide purpose for the mission.
It's so awesome. Hey, let me ask you this. You said earlier, you really, you love what you do is noble. You just love what you do. You always have.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was ups and downs. There was challenges. There was times in your career you thought, maybe I'm going to hang it up, but you stuck it out.
Yeah.
Here's the question. If there's going to be soldiers and airmen that they come up on their 6 years, they come up on their 5, whatever it is, 5, 7, 8 years, and they're like, my time as a guard, my time in the service, it's run its course. It's time for me to leave and go out into the civilian world, go do what I'm going to do in the civilian, start a family, whatever it is. That's honorable.
Yeah.
That's noble.
Yeah.
We appreciate them being here. In your parting words for those, not just those that are leaving and going out into the civilian world, but for all, what would be your parting words, whether it's encouragement or what's your parting words?
So, we're at a war for talent, and there's a lot of opportunities for talent out there, but we're at a war with talent, and you have that talent, and we don't want to lose that talent. You are not a number. You are a person and a part of a team, and we need you.
Yeah. Brother, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You rock, brother.
All right.